Jako mi je drago što u našem programu još jednom mogu pozdraviti mog dragog prijatelja Mišu Minakova. Miša is a very distinguished scholar, and Misha, you are in Milan, but you were supposed to fly to Kiev.
Ste, ali trebali ste
but
otići u Kijev, no nažalost ostali ste u Milanu. Kako ocjenjujete ono što se dogodilo?
Hello to everyone in Croatia. Well, it's a very bad day in Ukraine. Earlier today, Russian President Putin ordered his troops to launch a massive attack on Ukraine. There is no justification for this war. Neither history nor fantasies of genocide, nor the defense of inhabitants of the Donbass who have adopted Russian citizenship in addition to their Ukrainian citizenship. Nothing this provides any justification for this war. This war is an unjust aggression by Russian Federation to which all Ukrainian citizens of different ethnic origins resist. Ukrainians and Russians, Jews and Tatars, Romanians and Hungarians. There are right now heavy fights near peaceful cities of Chernihiv, Kharkiv, Mariupol. There are also explosions heard in Odessa and Kherson. I just have talked to my friends in all these cities, and the situation is very grave. Yes.
Kada govorimo o ozbiljnosti, tijekom godina smo mnogo govorili o onome što je na kocki uz Putina u Moskvi i poricanja situacije u Ukrajini. Analizirali smo vjerojatnosti iz kojih smo došli do ove točke, no gdje možemo doći nakon današnjeg dana?
I would say that it's much bigger than even the last big European war in the Balkans in the 90s. So right now it's, for 21st century Europe, it's unprecedented. And, well, it looks like Putin's plan is blitzkrieg for at least the Central Europe and Central Ukraine and Southern Ukraine. But I could be wrong, as I am not a military analyst. But the fact is that earlier today there were massive attacks on military infrastructure around all Ukraine. So military stocks, airports, stations of anti-missile defense, they were bombed, shelled with missiles, with drones, and with other means. And right now we also hear information that Russian troops are attacking or surrounding the several cities in the east. So it all is very grave, and it shows the deployment of troops on the ground. So it's closer to what was happening during the last big war, like World War II, rather than these special operations with which Putin was famous.
Zelensky in his speech just
Zelenski
an hour ago
u svom govoru prije sat vremena rekao da je Rusija na putu zla i da Rusija želi eliminirati Ukrajinu i poručio je Putinu da ne može blokirati povijest. No što se može učiniti protiv Putina u ovom trenutku u pogledu aktivnosti koje smo danas vidjeli od NATO-a i Europske unije, jer je Ukrajina naš prvi susjed.
All types of support that are available right now. So if there's new sanctions that could force Russia to stop the attack is one thing. But of course, Ukraine needs now military support, security support. And right now, Ukraine was asking European countries, the United States and Turkey, for such a support. Kyiv has also requested Turkey to close the Bosphorus stream for Russian military ships. We will see how these countries react. But right now, Ukraine is one-on-one with Russia. Even Belarus decided to participate against Ukraine in the war against Ukraine. Lukashenko just said that the troops from the Belarusian troops are not participating in this attack.
Concerning your knowledge of the situation,
vašeg znanja o situaciji,
tackling that all of your career,
cijelu se karijeru bavite ovom temom. Kako smo došli do ove točke? Znamo što je Putin napisao u svom članku i o njegovom ultimatumu koji je poslao u prosincu, gdje je spominjao proširenje NATO-a. No, kako smo došli do ove točke i kako to da su svi vjerovali u diplomaciju? Bilo je puno diplomatskih aktivnosti, ljudi su putovali u Moskvu, brojni svjetski čelnici. Rusi su se zapravo rugali i govorili Zapad će nas napasti 3 ujutro, a onda smo vidjeli ovo.
Ukraine is the victim of the aggression, but the aim of Russia is much bigger. It's the new security regime or insecurity regime in Europe. Since diplomacy failed, and it was clear already in early February when Western leaders were saying, okay, we didn't find the diplomatic solution, so Ukrainian government should prepare. And then they were also adding that they are eager to support with ammunition, but they will not deploy their armies to support us. So this was already a clear message. But I think Kremlin, even in this state of mind and ideological frenzy that is there, was still using and delaying the decision up until the last night. And this last night is connected with the deployment of the old hybrid weapon that Russia had. It's the network of de facto states in post-Soviet space. You know that there are 5 de facto states supported and sponsored by Russia, which always provide the possibility for Russia to attack Georgia in 2008 and now Ukraine in 2022.
You said very interesting construction that
Spomenuli ste zanimljivu konstrukciju da Putin gradi novi režim nesigurnosti u Europi. Vjerojatno iskorištava potencijalnu krizu unutar NATO-a i Europske unije, a misli vjerojatno da je Ujedinjena Kraljevina previše usmjerena na sebe, te da će Biden imati samo jedan mandat. Razgovarala sam sa gospodinom Makarovim baš prije vas i rekao je da su u Rusiji pokrenuli pokret aktivista pod nazivom Ne u moje ime. Može li ovo biti zapravo kraj Putina u konačnici? For not only for Russian regime, but also for Russian Federation as we know it for last 15 years. So basically right after this authoritarian turn of Russia. And yes, it's most probably, there are much more chances that this is the beginning of the end. But what price? Ukraine today is paying with human lives and with the economy, with the destruction of our infrastructure in cities. So in a way, yes, the path to the broken spine of Russia has probably started last night, but before what the price will be paid by the neighbors of Russia.
And for the end, talking about that price and talking about
I za kraj, kada govorimo o toj cijeni i geopolitičkoj situaciji i ugroženosti svjetskog poretka kakav poznajemo, što mislite kako se karte mogu posložiti s obzirom na situaciju i u vezi Kine, Europske unije i SAD-a, A ne smijemo zaboraviti vrlo važan kontinent, Afriku, gdje je Rusija isto tako ušla nedavno, a koja je vrlo važna.
The non-European powers become much more influential in the new world disorder. So if you look at the statements earlier today by governments like China, for example, and in China all the answers were evasive. There was no support for direct aggression of Russia, but they were also denying the fact of the big war. So in a way that was very visible and palpable that China is on Russian side, although not
Kina je
as
dakle na ruskoj strani.
Dictator. Then Indian government declared its neutrality. Turkey, that also has a rising power, influence in today's Europe. Erdogan's claims right now that he wants to cooperate with the both sides in conflict. So we'll see how this works. But Europe seems to be uniting around the issue. I just read the statement by AfD, for example, this party, the pro-Russian party in Germany, and they were very much against the war that Putin launched. So in a way,
protiv ovog napada.
Has a case to unite around in support for Russia, in support for Ukraine and democratic Russia in future. So right now, Ukraine and the war against Ukraine is a chance for Europe and for the West to return to its influence and to unite.
Mihail Minakov from Kennan Instituta, Wilson Center, thank you so much for your perspectives this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivana.